Today's class is going to be a dynamic spine class where we'll be working on strengthening and stretching and doing some flows and stuff in between. If you have some blocks and a bolster, make sure they're handy and get your blocks ready because we're going to be using those in a moment. Sitting comfortably. Placing your hands on your lap wherever they feel comfortable. Taking a breath in and lifting into your spine, lifting all the way into the crown of your head. And as you exhale, maintaining that lift, softening the shoulders, softening into your belly, and softening into your hips and legs. Becoming aware of your surroundings. Noticing the sounds around you, the air temperature and the feeling of the air on your skin. And starting to notice any sensations in your body. Noticing any tightness or constriction in your muscles or joints without judgment, just noticing and becoming aware. And becoming aware of your breath. Observing the natural flow and rhythm of your breath. And then taking one hand to your abdomen. And inhaling, drawing your breath all the way down to the lower lobes of your lungs, feeling your belly expand into your palm. And exhale. And release the breath, feeling your belly draw away from your palm. Doing that again. And now adding the count of 4, inhaling for the count of 4. And exhaling for the count of 4. Inhale for 4. Exhale for 4. Inhale for 4. Exhale for 4. One more time. Inhale for 4. Exhale for 4. Continuing with that nice drawn out breath, bringing your other hand to your heart center, moving into 5 rounds of Goranga breathing. So let's exhale completely. Inhale. And say the sound. Goranga. Inhale. Goranga. Inhale. Goranga. Inhale. Goranga. One more time. Inhale. Goranga. Releasing your hands to your lap, allowing the mantra to resonate through your mind and heart. And slowly open your eyes, taking your hands to your knees. And we're going to start with some spinal rotations in a seated position. So starting small, rotating what feels like from the base of your spine, just going round and around. Starting to move into bigger circles and taking that rotation all the way up through your upper back, and then dropping your head forward, taking it into the neck, and moving all the way back, hands against the knees, dropping back into your belly and spine, coming all the way around, and come back to center. Going in the opposite direction, starting nice and small, trying to isolate the movement through the lower back area, and then gradually build up. Moving through the middle back, and through the upper back. And if you want to drop your head into it, however feels good. You can take your head up and back if you like, and drop it forward, or just keep it dropping forward. One more rotation. Good. Come back to center. And staying seated where you are, dropping your chin down towards your chest, spine lifted, and your chest is lifted, and your chin drops. So letting the weight of your head be nice and heavy, and feeling gravity drawing your head down. And then start to drop your head forward, 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 until you feel those nice little tugs through the back of your neck. And move with intuition as well. So if you feel like you want to just move your head a little from side to side, rock a little from side to side, go ahead. And raising the head back to center, turning from side to side a couple of times. Just trying to go into your full range of motion. Nice. One more time each side. And come back to center. And taking your blocks, and we'll take them upright, so the highest setting, either side of us. Take them out just maybe a couple of inches from your legs, and interlocking your hands, taking your palms behind your head. So letting your head kind of press into your hands. And we're going to lower down to try and tap the block with your elbow, just going from one side to the other. So you're getting that nice sideways flexion through the spine, feeling your ribs opening, working into the thoracic a little. Good. One more time each way. Beautiful. And come back to center, taking your head back into your hands. Lift and lift through the sternum. Nice stretch through the back of the shoulders. And come back to center, forward, rolling forward, elbows coming in toward each other, and rolling down through the spine. Again, feeling, if you feel moved to, just kind of dangling forward and moving from side to side till you feel those nice tugs in the muscles up and down either side of your spine. And slowly come back to center and come all the way back up. Taking our blocks out to the side. Coming over onto all fours. Going straight into some cat-cow, setting yourself up. Shoulders stacked above your wrists, fingers and thumbs spread nice and wide. Pressing down into your palms. And feeling connected, shins to the earth. And then moving with your breath. Inhale, looking forward, tilt your pelvis forward, arch your spine. Exhaling, tuck the tailbone, drawing your chin in toward your chest, navel in toward your spine. Moving with your breath, feeling your vertebrae articulating into one another as you inhale, lengthen. Exhale, lengthening in the opposite direction. And 3 more rounds, moving with your breath. And come back to center. Inhale, raising the right arm up. Exhale, taking your arm down and through. Shoulder to the floor. Cheek to the floor. Inhale the left arm up. Exhale, hand to your sacrum or tucked in front of your right thigh. And draw the top shoulder back, reaching back into your sitting bones. And at the same time, allowing that right shoulder and the head to be soft and heavy. And one more breath here. Slowly unravel. And just going straight over to the other side, coming back up onto all fours. Inhale the left arm up. Nice big stretch. Exhale, taking the arm down and through. Left shoulder to the floor, cheek to the floor. On your inhale, raising the arm up and taking that right hand to your sacrum or tucked in front of your thigh. Letting that lower shoulder and head be nice and relaxed as you take the top shoulder back. Gently reach back into your hips and breathe. And slowly unravel. Press up onto all fours. Take a little funky cat just to even it all out. All right. And now from here, walking your hands forward, dropping down onto your forearms first, taking it nice and easy this early on in your practice, making our way into puppy pose. So if you feel really confident with your chest, your shoulder mobility, go ahead and go straight into puppy pose. But if you like, gradually easing into it, drawing back into your hips, heart reaches toward the floor. If you'd like to go further, opening up the palms to the floor, and hands are running in alignment with your shoulders as you slowly sink down into your chest. And just feeling your shoulders gently drawing down your back, shoulder blades. Allowing your heart center to open. One more breath here. And forearms to the floor, sliding your chest forward, coming all the way belly to the floor. Hands underneath your shoulders, pressing down into your palms. Slowly coming up into cobra. Elbows working into your ribs, pressing down into your palms and lift. Lengthening back into your toes, long through your spine. Take a couple of breaths. Nice. Knees to the floor. Moving your hips back, coming into child's pose. And forehead to the floor, arms alongside your body. Now just releasing through the shoulders after having them and your chest nice and open and your shoulders really engaged. Now just letting them be soft, letting your shoulder blades relax away from one another. Good. One more breath. Hands to the floor. Press yourself up and come over to sit with your legs extended. We're going to take our hands over to the right, allowing yourself to roll over onto your right hip and lower your chest to the floor. Forehead to the earth. Take a breath here. Press yourself up and swiveling right over to the other side. Forehead to the floor. Let's do that 2 more times on each side. Press yourself up. Inhale and exhale over. Inhale, press up. One more time on each side. And come all the way back up to sitting. Take a breath. And over onto all fours. Taking it back into downward dog, lifting and lowering your heels, alternating from side to side. Warming up into your downward dog, settling your heels down toward the floor whenever you're ready. Checking that your fingers and thumbs are spread nice and wide, pressing your palms down and gently feeling as if you're rotating the palms out. Shoulders down away from your ears and sinking into downward dog, however that looks for you. One more breath. And looking between your hands, jump or step your feet forward. Inhale, flat back. Maybe slide your hands up your shins. Exhale, folding forward. And slowly roll up, one vertebra at a time. Standing at the top of your mat, getting ready for 3 rounds of sun salutations. And grounding down through your feet, lifting into the crown of your head. On your next inhale, reaching up. Exhale, folding forward, hands to the floor. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold, jump or step back into plank. And lower down. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, lift back into downward dog. Staying here for 3 breaths. Being patient with every breath. No need to rush. And looking between your hands, jump or step your feet forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up, palms together. Exhale, hands to heart center. Again, inhale, reaching up. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold, jump or step, and lower down. Inhaling up. Exhale, lifting back into downward dog. Finding your breath and settling in. Exhale completely, and then jumping your feet forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up, palms together. Exhale, hands to heart center. One more round. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold, jump or step back. And lower down. Inhaling up. Exhale, downward dog. One more breath. Exhale completely and jump or step your feet forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Take a moment in Tadasana, mountain pose. Now stepping your feet hip distance apart. Inhale, we're going to raise the arms up, going into a tiny, just a baby back bend, just a baby, baby back bend to start. And then we're going to exhale, bend through the knees and fold forward. So that's the modified or warm-up version. And then we're going to slowly build into inhale, pressing down through your feet, reaching into your fingertips and squeezing through the glutes. Lift, 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 lift through the spine, lifting through the front body as you take a back reach, and exhale, folding forward into a full forward fold. You can grab through the ankles if you like, or just hands to the earth. So moving in your own time now, we'll do 5 repetitions. Inhaling up and back. Exhaling forward. One last time. And come back up to center. Hands to heart center, and then lowering your hands by your side. Feeling that beautiful invigoration through your body. And feet together again, standing at the top of your mat. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, coming down through chair pose. Inhale, arms up. Hold for 2 breaths. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. Forward fold, hands to the floor. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, jump or step back into plank. And lower down. Inhaling up. Exhale, lift back into downward dog. Take a breath. And looking between your hands, jump or step your feet forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up. And we're going to drop straight down into chair again, but this time coming through a revolved chair. So chair position first, setting yourself up, drawing the belly in, palms together, and then taking the right elbow to the outside of the left knee, palms pressed together, turning to look over your right shoulder. Nice and broad and open through the collarbones and chest. Press down into the feet. Long through your spine. Keep breathing. Good. Inhale. Keep the palms pressing together. Come all the way up. Straight legs, straight arms. And exhale. Over to the other side. Right elbow to the outside of the left knee. Sitting down into your hips and lift into the crown of your head. The more you press into your palms, the more you'll find capacity to open up through the chest and create that stability in the pose. 2 more breaths. Good. Inhale. Come all the way up. Exhale. Hands by your sides. Take a breath in mountain pose. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Jump or step back, plank. And lower down. Inhaling up. Exhale, downward dog. Take a nice, slow, deep breath here. On your next inhale, raising the right leg up. Exhale, stepping your foot forward. Back knee stays up off the floor. Inhale, reaching up. Taking a few breaths in high runner's lunge. Shoulders down away from your ears, reaching into your fingertips, navel drawing in. And transferring our weight forward. So feet stay where they are. We're going to shift our torso forward, reaching back into our fingertips. Keep drawing in through your navel. One more breath. And then inhale, reaching up. Exhale. Lower the left palm to the floor, turning to look to the right as you reach up into the right fingertips. 2 breaths here. On the third breath, inhale, reach through the top fingertips. Exhale, lowering the back knee to the floor, keeping the toes tucked under. So you can stay here if you like, or coming all the way up. So raising the arms up, bring your palms together and then tuck the elbow to the outside of the knee, palms pressing together, revolved low lunge, looking over your right shoulder. One more breath here. And rotate to center, hands to the floor. Step back, lower down. Inhaling up. Exhale, downward dog. Inhaling to raise the left leg. Exhale, stepping your foot forward. Inhale, lifting up, high lunge. Good. Inhale, reach. And exhale, bowing forward, reaching back into your fingertips, long through your spine, staying with your breath. Inhale, raise the arms up. Exhale, lower the right hand to the floor, turning to look to the left. Beautiful. Couple of breaths here. Now inhale, reach. Exhale, lower the knee to the floor. Either staying here or raising the arms up. Palms come together, elbow to the outside of the knee. Press the palms together, turning to look over your left shoulder. One more breath. Slowly release to center, hands to the floor. Step back into plank, lower down. Inhaling up. Exhale, downward dog. Looking between your hands, jump or step your feet forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, hands down by your sides. Take a breath in Tadasana. All right, inhale, reaching up. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold, jump or step back. Plank, lower down. Inhaling up. Exhale, downward dog. Inhaling, raise the right leg. Exhale, stepping your foot forward. Spin the back foot down, just at a slight angle. Cartwheeling the arms up. Coming into warrior two position. So sinking down into that front thigh, knees stacked above the ankle. And we're going to take it back. And if you can, taking it forward. We'll do that a couple more times. And come forward. Inhale, open up. Exhale. All right, coming all the way back up through warrior two, straightening out through the right leg, turning to the left now. Left foot is out to point, arms at shoulder height. Finding your warrior two first, and then moving into a bit of a dancing warrior. Strong dancing warrior sequence, strengthening. We're dancing, we're looking cute, but we're also getting strong. One more time each way. Good. Take it back. Coming back to warrior two. This time rotating your feet all the way around to the top of your mat, hands to the floor. Step back, lower down. Inhaling up. Exhale. lifting back into downward dog, jumping or stepping your feet forward. Inhale, exhale. Inhaling up to complete our standing postures. Exhale, hands by your sides for Tadasana. Take a breath. I hope you don't mind my vocal sighing my life out to my yoga class. All right, let's slow flow down to the floor now. So inhale, reaching up. And exhale, feel free to melt however you like through this flow. Softening, inhale. Heart is nice and wide open, broad through the collarbones, folding forward. And maybe you'll just step it back this time. Lower all the way down, belly to the floor. Going into a nice gentle cobra. And instead of going back into downward dog, we'll take our knees wide apart, big toes together, and folding forward. Either taking your arms forward or threading them through. Up to you. Staying here for 5 breaths, starting to bring the energy down. One more breath here. Slowly come up. Press yourself up. And take your legs out wide. And take a block out in front. We're going to go into a seated wide leg forward fold. And placing our head on our block. And for an extra little energetic therapeutic boost, going right to the bridge of your nose and feeling that kind of junction there. There's just a little bit of a sensitive area there. So just being really gentle, but placing the edge of your block on that bridge of your nose. And as you fold forward, just gently moving into surrendering your head and the bridge of your nose into your block. And you've got your forearms there to control the amount of pressure. So you might start with just 50% pressure to begin with. And then as you relax and get used to the experience, you can just relax completely, allowing the full weight of your head to drop into the block. And then also being mindful of the experience through your hips and groin. So if you want to go deeper into the stretch, maybe moving your block forward a little. Staying here for another 5 breaths. Good. 2 more breaths here. And slowly lift yourself up. Move your block to the side. Bring your left foot in. Taking your hand down your right leg. Raising the left arm up and over. So you can keep your spine stacked, shoulders stacked above your leg, and keep really nice and open through the chest here if you like. Just taking your arm up and over, or you can drop down forearm to the floor, running along the inside of your leg, and then start to reach for your toes. So this might close through your chest a little more. Just depends on what your body is craving, what feels good for you today. Reaching for your toes. So if you are reaching for your toes, grabbing hold of your toes. So feeling that energy going up and also anchoring down through the left hip. And then seeing if you can draw open through your chest by lifting that top arm, opening up through the armpit. And release, coming up. Let's switch over to the other side. Sliding your hand down your left leg, reaching that arm, right arm up and over. Feeling into your body and staying here or dropping the forearm to the floor, reaching for the toes, and then lifting through that armpit, anchoring down through the right hip, pressing the back of the left leg down as you lift through your upper body. And release. Coming all the way up. Bringing both legs in and taking your blocks again. So you might need 2 or you might need 1. We're going to go into a supported garland pose. So I'll just show you from the side. So garland pose, usually we drop right down into a deep squat, but a supported version is to sit on 2 blocks, and you can still actively work the palms together and the thumbs into the sternum, and still elbows pressing into the inner thighs. But just getting nice and long and relaxed through your spine. And visualizing your breath flowing up and down your spine, visualizing lots of space between each vertebra, and that nourishing energy of your breath. Giving your body time to just take a moment before we go into some back bends. And really also in this pose where you're in a relaxed state, but conscious of your spine, starting to develop that proprioceptive awareness of your spine before we go into our back bends. And one more breath here. All right, release. Bring your legs together. Removing the blocks. We'll go into a bridge to begin, and then we'll make our way up through camel and opportunity to do wheel pose. Coming down onto your back, feet to the floor, hip distance apart. Bring your heels in nice and close to your hips. Arms alongside your body with your palms down, pressing down into your feet. So connecting with your spine mentally. And starting to lift by tucking the tailbone under. So starting by tucking the tailbone under, feeling that gentle lift through the hips, and then lifting through the hips, feeling that continuation of lift through your spine, lifting through the vertebra, making an angle of your body. Because we've already done quite a bit of work with our spine already, going straight up into bridge. Interlocking your hands underneath your body, pressing your palms together and lift. And chest moving in toward your chin. Keeping your breath flowing. Soften into your face. Seeing if you can lift your hips just a little higher, pressing down into your forearms and your feet. Slowly release, unraveling your shoulders, your hands, and then lowering your vertebra to the floor. Spine to the floor, one vertebra at a time. And your hips are the last to come down. Okay. Now drawing your knees in. And sitting up, getting ready for, I'm going to go camel pose first, and then into wheel pose. Coming over onto your knees. And if you do have a wall handy, you might like to move in towards your wall. And this is really nice for getting that experience of pressing the hips forward as you move into the back bend, and that's part of what can help create a really nice foundation for your pose. So feel free to go hips to the wall, taking your hands back to your heels, moving mindfully. So if it's feeling too strong, taking your toes tucked under and reaching for your heels. No need to go all the way full expression of the pose. You might like to stay here in a modified version, keeping your chin down toward your chest, or just feet flat to the floor, hands to your heart center, and just going into a back bend, however feels comfortable for you. But if you're familiar with hands to your heels, go ahead. Inhale, lift and press the hips forward. Gently take your head back. Enjoying this beautifully invigorating pose. Staying with your breath. And when you're ready, slowly lift up. Hands to heart center. Bringing your knees together and dropping down to your heels. We won't go into a full counter pose just yet because we're going to do one more back bend. You can go again camel if you like. You can go back and practice variations of camel or modifications. Otherwise, coming down onto your back. Getting yourself ready for wheel pose. So the closer your hands are to your feet, the more intense the back bend will be. The angle will be stronger. So if you like, you can start with your feet and your hands a little bit away from each other, taking your hands not jammed under your shoulders, but actually more towards the crown of, like level with the crown of your head, shoulder distance apart. Also play with feet maybe ideally hip distance apart, but it's okay if you want to walk them out a little bit wider. Sometimes that makes the pose feel a bit more accessible. So you're going to press down into your palms, press down into your feet, lift the hips, and we'll go part one onto the crown of our head, but you're lifting the whole time. You're not collapsing into your neck. Lifting onto the crown of your head, gripping the floor with your palms and your feet. And then when you feel ready, if you can go further, you can lift your head and just hover or come all the way up into wheel. Coming onto your toes as well is a nice modification. And really work on pressing the chest forward. Long through your spine. And release. Crown of your head to the floor. And back of your head. Upper back and lower the spine to the floor. Take a little Shavasana. Noticing all that beautiful, invigorating sensations. And then bringing your knees in towards your chest. Just gently, gently hugging your knees in. And forehead up toward your knees. Lengthening your tailbone down toward the floor. And maybe a little, not so much a rock, but just moving through your spine. Lifting forward and taking it back. Lower your head to the floor, taking hold of your feet. Happy baby, lengthening your tailbone down toward the floor. And if you're in the mood for more of a stretch, holding onto your feet, soles of your feet come together, and then moving out into a straddle. And as you straddle your legs, lengthening your tailbone down toward the floor, and that's what's going to help with that kind of counter pose. I keep hitting the wall. I'm going to move over a little bit more. There we go. So if you're in happy baby or if you're doing dynamic straddle, just taking one more breath. Lovely. And hug your knees into your chest. Good. Feet to the floor. And rock your knees from side to side. Good. All right. Taking any last poses or stretches that your body is craving, and then making yourself comfortable for Shavasana. Because we have done a bit of work with our spine, you might feel like, oh yes, I feel all stretched out, and now I lay in Shavasana, I feel flat and like no tension, and I feel more comfortable. If you feel like, wow, that was a lot for my spine, I don't usually work at that level, you might like to take your bolster underneath your knees, and that will just soften through the lower back a little. Make it feel maybe a little bit more comfortable. And feel free to take something over your eyes. Noticing how your mind and body feel after your practice. And letting your whole body be nice and heavy against the floor. Just taking a little bit of time in conscious awareness before we move through a guided relaxation. Reflecting on your practice and how you felt throughout your practice. Anything that came up on a mental plane, challenges or breakthroughs, or just a sense of equilibrium, and noticing that throughout your practice. And now just letting go of that awareness and taking your awareness all the way down to the soles of your feet. Relax from your big toes to your little toes. And feel your heels getting heavier and heavier. Soften into your ankles. Soften into your calf muscles. And relax your knees. Relax your thighs. From the tops of your thighs to your inner thighs and outer thighs and your hamstrings. Relax your hips, your pelvis, and soften into your belly. Feel the sides of your torso melting down toward the floor. Relax into your chest, your ribs, and all the muscles in between each rib. Relax into your lungs. Relax into your heart center. Feel your collarbones broadening and releasing. Relax into your shoulders, down and around your shoulder blades. Relax your upper arms, your elbows, and your forearms. Relax your wrists and hands. Feel your fingers and thumbs to be soft. Notice the gentle prickling sensation of prana circulating your palms. Moving your awareness to your lower back. Relax your lower back, your middle back, your upper back, and your neck. And take a moment to visualize your breath flowing up and down your spinal column. Feeling some of the benefits of the techniques we've practiced today, invigorating the nervous system, stretching and strengthening the muscles of the spine, the ligaments, hopefully relieving some tension through our spine. And releasing that visualization, beginning to relax into your head and face. Soften your jaw and soften your mouth. Feeling your entire body to be heavy and relaxed. Taking a moment to reflect on Aham Brahmasmi. I am not my body. I am not my mind. I am the spirit soul, seated within the body, silent witness to the mind, an eternal spark and servant of the Supreme Soul. Aham Brahmasmi. Coming back into awareness of your breath, taking some nice, full, appreciative, loving deep breaths. Coming back into awareness of your body, wriggling your fingers and toes, rocking your head from side to side. Coming over onto your side, coming up to sit, to finish with some Kirtan. Just resting your mind and heart in these beautiful sacred sounds. Singing along as you feel comfortable. Gopala, Govinda Rama, Madana, Mohana. 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 Madana Mohana Gopala Govinda Rama 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 Madana Mohana. Haribo and Namaste, bringing our palms together in prayer position, bowing our heads to offer our respects to each other, and bowing once more to offer our respects to the Supreme Soul.